Welcome guys to Team Babenko MMA channel. In today's video we'll speak about the upcoming fight of Cory Sandhagen and Yadong. Watch the video till the end, like our videos, and of course watch our striking tutorials that we post every week on this channel. The fight will be interesting. In my opinion, Cory Sandhagen is one of the best kickboxers in all the UFC and in the all MMA major leagues overall. He's really good. I definitely like his movement. He has very good kickboxing skills as well. However, in order to develop, in my opinion, he needs to work on certain things in the stance. The first is stop throwing a lot of spinning back kicks, since in the fight against TJ Dillashaw he was taken down 3 times trying to throw some spinning grab, which didn't work actually. And the second thing, when he has an opportunity to finish his opponent, he definitely should put more pressure on him and try to go for the finish. In the fight against TJ Dillashaw in the 3rd round, Cory Sandhagen had an opportunity to speed up and to finish the fight. However, he preferred to move and to work as a second number, and for this reason this round was scored for TJ Dillashaw, and Cory lost the fight overall. However, he could have won this fight really. He had an opportunity to do this, since he is a very good and a very skilled fighter. Another thing he has to work on is wrestling, since he has good jiu-jitsu. His jiu-jitsu is really good and he showed it in multiple fights. However, good jiu-jitsu doesn't mean good wrestling, and he needs some classical freestyle wrestling firstly to be able to stop takedowns, because when the opponent is coming for a double leg from the long distance, Cory doesn't always throw his legs back and doesn't always and isn't always able to defend a takedown with a sprawl. For this reason, he transfers to the clinch. He is pressed towards the fence, and this doesn't look nice for the judges. So if he develops his wrestling and he puts more pressure on his opponent in the stance when the opponent is damaged and stops throwing a lot of spinning back kicks, then I think that Cory Sandhagen will definitely become the champion, since he has this champion's skills he needs to become the champ. However, still he has to continue working on the details which I've been speaking with you just a minute ago. In the UFC, Cory Sandhagen lost only to 3 fighters. That was 2 former champs, like Peter Yan for the interim UFC title, Aljamain Sterling, who is the current champ, and TJ Dillashaw. And in my opinion, he should have won the fight against TJ Dillashaw had he been putting more pressure on TJ Dillashaw in the 3rd round. Then he would finish this fight by TKO. I'm pretty sure about this. So he's a very good fighter. And now let's turn to Yadong. I believe that he is not a kickboxer. He's not a kickboxer. He used to train Wushu Sanda before turning to MMA. He started fighting in MMA in other age, at age of 15. And he's, I would say that he's an average MMA fighter in terms that he's not a wrestler. For this reason, his takedowns are not extremely sharp and dangerous, but he has very powerful shots. In the stance, he prefers not to throw jab. And actually, Cory Sandhagen is very good in throwing jabs. But Yadong prefers to attack either with hooks or with uppercuts. And he's not attacking hooks like this. He's closed all the time. No, he's throwing long hooks from the long distance, and he has very powerful shots. So if he lands a shot, most likely it will be a KO. However, I see a space for Cory Sandhagen to use jabs in order to neutralize those dangerous hooks of Yadong. How this fight may go? Most likely, there are actually several ways of how the fight may develop. I think that Cory Sandhagen will have more chances to win the fight at the long range, and in my opinion, this will look a bit similar to the fight against TJ Dillashaw. However, TJ Dillashaw has better wrestling than Yadong does. I think that in terms of Sandhagen, most likely he will be looking for landing a heavy shot, most likely a heavy hook. And as a first round, Cory Sandhagen will use his great movement and he will provoke his opponent for attack, trying to neutralize his hooks with straight punches, like this, 1, 2, and moving all the time. I think that Cory Sandhagen has more chances to win this fight, because if it goes to the judges' scorecards, then he will win. Exactly, we'll have to take into account the fact that Cory Sandhagen has also great stamina, and if fighting in the stance and even if wrestling, he really has the energy to fight throughout all the 5 rounds, and we've seen it against in the TJ Dillashaw's fight, because he was moving a lot even in the 5th round and he was fresh. So I think that if the fight goes to the scorecards, then Cory Sandhagen wins. However, Sandhagen has very heavy shots, and Cory Sandhagen has a tendency to get punched in the first round. So I think that we may see a KO from Sandhagen. However, I would rather say that Cory Sandhagen wins the fight, either with a flying knee, which he's implementing really great, or it will go all the distance and he will win it by scorecards. Thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe to Team Babenko MMA channel, like our videos, and of course share it with your friends. Thank you.